Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Tough Crowd podcast. My name is Maisie, and I'm the baby.
I'm Emma, and I'm 27 years old, and I'm the middle child.
And I am Jenny, or Mama J, as Justin likes to call me.
I'm Natalie. I'm the oldest.
I guess everyone's ages are a mystery besides mine, but that's okay. And never have I heard anyone call Mom Mama J, but okay, we're also going with that.
The Valentine's Day cookies that we received last night said "Love Mama J" on them. So
I didn't get Valentine's
You're
Day
welcome.
cookies.
I knew that was gonna happen.
You got a
me
Starbucks
either.
gift card.
What did I get?
Your
Nothing
whole
yet.
life paid for.
Yeah, literally your whole life paid for and supported. The bed you're sitting on.
So Emma, you thanked me for the Starbucks gift card, but now you're forgetting it from this morning?
No, but I didn't know if she got Starbucks and cookies. So I was like,
No.
I didn't get
No,
cookies.
she did
So I just
not.
was the approximate cost of her cookies compared to my
I was
Starbucks
going to
gift
say,
card.
is that a comparable gift?
They were $48 delivered
Whoa.
with tax and tip, and you and Bobby each got a $25
Which means
gift card.
I got 50 because Bobby doesn't drink Starbucks, so I come out winning.
I didn't know that. I
Yes,
know.
you did, because remember you got him Dunkin' for
He's a
Christmas,
Dunkin'
and he's
junkie.
a Dunkin' junkie.
Chunky.
Yes. I forgot that. What are our plans, thoughts about Valentine's Day, which everybody knows in my family is my favorite holiday? Which
I don't really like Valentine's Day. Although I have a nice feeling about it from growing up because Mom used to make us a nice breakfast and have a book and chocolate, like candies on the table. So that was always cute. But I don't really I don't care that much one way or the other about it. I don't expect to get a gift or I don't know. Not my thing.
sacrilege.
Not
I
thing.
expect nothing, but if I don't get flowers, I'll murder. So I guess I do expect something.
Did you get flowers?
Not yet, but Bobby hasn't come home. So if he walks to the door while you're on the podcast, you'll get a live view of what's happening.
I got flowers and a card last night, which was very nice.
Aw.
And I opened the card, and Justin's like, so I was checking out, and guess how much that card costs? I don't know. Tell me. He said $9.99. And this is
Oh.
not I said, does it sing? What kind of card did you get? It's literally like a generic, very basic, nice card. $10.
No, I would have put it back. I
He
would.
said
I
he
would
was-
have,
he
under
said he was-
principle, I would
he
not
said
have
he was
purchased
too
it.
hungry.
He just wanted to get home.
Screw it.
$9.99. That's
crazy?
crazy.
Yes, that is
Yeah.
crazy.
But in general, I like Valentine's Day because it's a fun, positive holiday, and I know a lot of people that if they don't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, they feel like, oh, it's such a hard holiday. But I like the spirit of it.
I don't find it difficult.
Honestly,
Firsthand.
the least difficult holiday. I'm so sorry if you don't
Yeah.
have some.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I have people that love me and
If
love
people
myself.
think that-
so
Yikes.
Yeah, like if your life
What
were
was-
Valentine's Day.
What was one of your best Valentine's Day gifts ever, Nat? Can you remember?
I feel like
Is
you're
that a
teeing
tr-
her
is that
up
a
for
question?
one
Is
that
there
you
one that
gave
you're
her.
thinking about?
I don't know. I feel like somebody gave you cash at one point.
Oh.
I don't know this.
This is Justin's absolute favorite story ever of all time that he still talks about. So somebody that I dated as kind of an adult gave me a
Kind
card.
of. You were a
gave me a card on Valentine's Day with a $100 bill in it.
Okay, but that's like kind of fire.
It was weird, but now in 2025, I'd take
And
it.
it was so weird to me at the time that I put the card in my desk and with the $100 bill in it and didn't look at it for a long time until I think I was moving out of Mom and Dad's house and I found it and I was like, oh, $100. But Justin still makes that joke all the time. He'll be like, I could just give you $100 for this or that.
If Bobby got me flowers and Venmoed me like $100, I'd be like, this is a pretty good Valentine's Day. Like, I have to get my nails done this weekend anyway, so now my nails are paid for.
True.
I could swing by the next door.
Honestly,
See?
maybe I was ungrateful at the time. I don't know why it was very weird.
if it's like your first Valentine's Day with someone, that's like a very lazy gift. I get that. But if you've been dating someone for a while, I feel like Valentine's Day is the least of my priority. It's just like,
But isn't that's a guy thought gift?
I guess.
It's
like,
no, because it's a thought.
I'll just give her $100.
It's not a guy
Great.
thought. It's a guy thought less because they didn't think. And so then all of a sudden it was Valentine's Day and they needed to get something. And they said flowers from Publix and $100 in this card and we're good to go.
The store was ripped apart and they
That was all
were
that
left
was
with no
left.
choices except a $9.99 card.
At least he got it last night, not today.
I know. I'm realizing I should have probably gotten Bobby a card. Maybe I'll have to.
What if you hand make a card with love?
Yeah, let me just go get my craft box. I'm not Mom. I don't have like those scissors that have shapes. You know, the scissors that cut in like.
Yeah.
Oh my god, those
waves.
were the best things ever.
We had
Those
every
scrapbooking
single
Those
shape.
were awesome.
No, we had this craft room growing up that was like a laundry room, but it was the size of a big bedroom, and it had this huge farm table and the old sink so that you could throw paint in it, washing paintbrushes, and all these cabinetry things with all this arts and crafts. And we used to be able to just go there and do so many things. And Mom would get us so many supplies, like anything you could think of. We would just get sent into the art room.
Scrapbooking.
We had anything and everything.
Justin did make me a card last year by hand. He drew it. And I think it said, due to trying economic times, I had to hand make you a card this year. I don't ever throw that stuff out, but I should have found it.
And what has everybody been up to today? Anything new and exciting going on?
Really exciting.
Today.
I sat at my computer since 8:30 in the morning. And then I crawled my way to this couch, and here I am.
Would that be a busy day?
Yes, because some people think that I'm not busy because I sit at my desk, but I'm busy. Yes, I've been actually very busy.
I don't
That's it.
think anyone ever questioned the fact that you were not busy.
It's a good segue into the fight of the week. What was the fight of the week?
Of what?
You guys,
I forget
say-
now, which means it didn't really impact my brain, but tell me.
No, it wasn't a fight. It could have been a slight disagreement about your bachelorette party.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Actually, I did
for
harbor some
reason,
resentment
like-
for about 48 hours.
Yes, because for some reason, all of the blame falls on me for when we can do this bachelorette. And so I gave her dates. I said, this is when I can go for sure. And then Mom had to ruffle everyone's feathers and say, you might have something on that day, which I don't.
And
And Emma
so I
says,
moved the date.
I'm going to kill you if you end up having something on this day.
But the backstory is that you
It
originally
was giving
said,
Bridezilla.
oh, shots fired.
Like, I
Okay.
will fully say that.
Okay, so you
New
now
fight of the
dated.
week. Welcome.
Just wait. Okay, so welcome. Do you want to hear my thoughts on
Yes.
the situation? Last, you basically said that we should just go without you, which I understand that you were trying to be nice, but to me that
I
made it
was.
feel like you didn't care about going, which hurt my feelings from minute zero.
Are we in therapy
You can laugh,
right now?
but I'm just telling you.
No, I just used to this because Natalie literally cared negative about any of this stuff, and you do.
I got
I
married
said that-
during COVID and didn't have a bachelorette trip or a bridal shower.
Yes, but you didn't.
You told us you didn't want one,
to.
so that's not valid.
So-
we couldn't go anywhere. There's literally COVID.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways,
But-
this isn't about her, it's about me. And trust me, if I said that to you while you were getting married, you would be really offended. So, anyways,
If what?
if I said, just go without me, don't plan around me, I don't care. That's mean to say.
I didn't say I don't care.
You basically
I said
did. And
I
then
didn't wanna
and then
make it
I texted
difficult.
you and I said, can you just give me some dates? And for 10 texts, you were like, I don't know. I'm like, just give me a date.
pictures.
But that was like 17 texts later, so I was already annoyed.
because I told you I wasn't home, so I had my schedule at home. You were
Maybe you should be
refusing
an
to take that
adult,
as an
and there's this
answer.
thing called an iPhone, and there's a calendar, and
have
if you
your
open it, and you can add things into your days.
Because what people aren't
Because Mom keeps track of
understanding
your
is that
calendar.
I would
Because you
events I
sent
will
me
get
your
into.
calendar, and it was in Mom's handwriting, so it's Mom's
No,
calendar.
it wasn't. I made that calendar.
Well, just saying.
And where I'm at in golf, I don't know what events I will get into, so I have to write multiple events for multiple weeks, so I can't just put that in my phone, and it's way easier to see it visually because I could be in 10 different places at 10 different times.
My bottom line with being upset was that I just wanted to feel like you cared about coming and that you were thinking about it at all. And I didn't feel like that.
You're pulling a Maisie there with the emotions.
Do you feel bad?
No, because it wasn't my intention.
You don't feel bad at all?
About what?
Making me feel bad?
I don't see why you needed to feel bad.
Now I'm even more mad.
Okay, let's segue into our thoughts on the Super Bowl. Who watched the Super Bowl?
I watched
Wasn't
through the, like, just after the halftime show.
Didn't we
The
have
Super Bowl
Kendrick
has
Lamar's
happened
jeans
since.
were great.
Yeah, mom jeans, right?
He was wearing good jeans.
They were like $1,500. So
I think they're
good for him.
Celine.
Yeah.
They were originally meant for Timothy Chalamet Ding Dong,
Which
and
is-
he got to wear them.
Which also,
What?
honestly, was
I'm
more
already
shocking that those two people are the same size.
Apparently, Kendrick
They are
Lamar is
not
actually
the
a
same
34, and those were a size 29, but they just hugged his hips just right, his stylist said, so he had to wear them.
The amount
Huh.
of videos I've seen of people
That's
doing
wild.
that weird, like, shuffle dance move that he was doing the entire time. It's so funny.
No, I didn't like it at first, and now I kind of like it.
Yeah, the more I think back on it, the more I liked it. I didn't know a single word of
I'm
any
sorry. The Super Bowl
song, but-
halftime show is supposed to be somebody who has, like, a ton of hits that everybody knows.
Well,
He's like
not-
the number one artist in the world right now.
Yeah.
I knew half
He-
the songs.
Wow.
'Cause I don't listen to that type of music.
Number
but,
one
like,
artist
I,
amongst who?
I appreciate his talent.
Amongst the younger generations than you two
Ooh.
on the bottom of my
Just calling
screen.
you old.
You picked, Mom, besides Pitbull.
I don't think there is another choice.
Okay, but but in general,
he honestly would be
but
good.
think about how many
He's an
you have
entertainer.
to have so many top hits that people know to be able to do that. So like everybody else that's ever done it makes way more sense. Even when they had like Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre do it, most people know some of the songs.
I don't.
I didn't see. I knew more Kendrick Lamar songs than I knew from when Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre.
For me, it's just
performed.
like when he goes A minor.
But, like,
I like
That's like the only part of the song.
when
I know.
SZA comes out. That was my favorite.
Because he was going after Drake, right?
Yes, Mom.
That was his whole.
That's why Serena Williams was
Thing.
there.
Also, that was the weirdest thing ever because
Yeah,
when
that
I
was
was
weird.
watching it, they literally flashed over her so fast, and I was like, "Was that Serena Williams?"
I didn't know it
literally.
was her. At
Meanwhile,
first.
It was
she was just
awkward.
at TGL Golf the other day, and then she's whatever that dance move she's doing at the halftime show. I was like, "What was that?"
No, literally, it was very random.
Very awkward.
Yeah.
So,
I give it 2 thumbs down.
an event.
Sorry.
It was also a
yeah,
horrible game, which was sad
So
for me
true.
because I'm a Chiefs fan, and Dad was texting me, mocking me the whole time, and told me that he was no longer paying for my wedding because I rooted against the Bills when the Chiefs played the Bills, and he's never gonna let it go. Because Bobby outed me to him for that. But yes, it was a hard game to watch for me and my team, and they were horrifyingly horrible.
Yeah,
but-
what happened?
Loved it. Because I wanted the Eagles
It was
to win.
literally such a bad game, though.
Yeah, no offense to the Eagles. That's a crappy way to win. Oh, I played the best team and they just couldn't catch, so this was so really earn it.
Some of the touchdowns
mark.
that they made in the first quarter. Is this scripted? The NFL scripted? Because a couple times I'm like, they're not even trying. They're just
I
like
know.
letting them score touchdowns.
When Patrick Mahomes would throw the touchdown into
Like-
the ground, the ball into the ground, I was like,
that is the rumor that it's scripted.
okay, I refuse to be that pessimistic about the
No,
world.
there's
so
no way.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Like, you think, in what way?
Okay,
Like-
then you'd
like
have to say
Patrick
every
Mahomes
sport
got
is
paid to
scripted.
lose?
Not really, because the
And I
NFL
suppose
is
you
the
people-
biggest moneymaker.
And I suppose you people think they actually went to the moon, too.
oh my god.
That's a
For,
sign that
for
we
a
need to
woman
pivot.
of science like you, I would feel like that's a weird thing for you to say.
Just saying.
Do
Do
you
you
not
actually
believe
not
they-
believe that?
I don't know. Joe Rogan has me
Oh my
convinced a little
God.
Oh my gosh.
That is definitely a segue that we need to move on.
So, if Natalie, do you think they went to the moon? Because if you do, then everyone needs to believe that they went to the moon.
I could be convinced both ways.
Lord.
So where was
How
that at
come we
Universal?
haven't been back since?
We have.
Because it was boring.
Not with
maybe, I
people
don't know.
walking around up there like that.
How come
None
the
of it makes
how
any
come
sense.
the flag and how come the flag in the picture was waving when that can't happen on the moon?
True.
Just asking. For a friend.
This is when I say I don't care. So I just don't think to, like, I'm like, okay,
Yeah, but that's why I like.
I
Joe.
agree, Emma. Sometimes I'm like, I don't even.
I gotta put my mental energy into this.
Aren't you
Like,
curious?
I couldn't care less.
Zero
Do
bearing
I-
on my life.
Do either of you guys listen to Joe Rogan ever?
No.
Sometimes.
I just see his clips on TikTok.
He's just fascinating because he has such a wide array of people on. The other day I was listening to this guy who was talking about all these weird things in history, whether ancient Egypt was like a more advanced civilization than what we currently think it was.
Yeah,
I
because
don't know.
because no one
So
can
random,
figure out no one can figure out how they built the pyramids, and we could never build the pyramids nowadays. That's like a whole thing.
Oh,
Well,
sorry to
they
bore
figured
you.
it out.
My thing with content,
Didn't they have a special pulley system?
no one knows. My thing with content is this. I don't want content that makes me more stressed out about the world because my life is stressful enough.
That's fair.
Work's
Did you
stressful.
see
So when I
that-
read, you're interrupting me. When I watch TV, I want an escape. Hence why I read stupid books and I watch stupid shows and I watch TikTok.
That's
I'm
why.
not-
But I like Joe Rogan because he has guests on that I would never be exposed to, and they have very interesting perspectives, and he's just very good at asking questions. He's not generally imposing his opinions on everything. He's asking them questions, and then he has real-time research and fact checking on what they're talking about. So I just find it very interesting. I don't always agree with everybody, or I'm not always interested in whatever they're talking about, but
Joe Rogan's opinions
is
are not our
thought-provoking.
opinions.
So who's fact checking about the moon landing then? I'm confused.
Jamie, his assistant
But
Jamie.
where is he finding the facts that it's
Yes,
real?
they have all these different experts come on. It's not Joe Rogan saying that.
I'm just saying it's a thing. Just so you know, things of the week for me, the first exciting victory I feel like was mine was the Crocs ban at some schools. Now, I haven't been talking about this since 2004 and the dangers of Crocs. And now the schools have finally adopted my policy and have banned them at many schools. It was on the Today Show, so it's a real thing.
Should I pull out my Crocs
No,
now?
wait. Mom had the most ridiculous fear because we had Crocs. We wore them. We had all lime green matching Crocs. We were not allowed to wear them specifically to the mall, which I don't know why we would wear Crocs to the mall. But we couldn't wear them to the mall because you were afraid that the Crocs were going to get stuck in the
No,
escalator.
because it happened to one kid and it was on the news and he like lost a foot or something, like some really insane story that was like 1 in a million, like that's never gonna happen. And she was like, you're gonna lose your foot in the escalator, so you can't wear your Crocs to the mall. And like we would go to the mall like a decent amount because it was like if it was raining we just could go and we could never wear our Crocs. And she's always hated them, and Bobby loves Crocs. And he's the type of he's 26, but whatever, that mom was like, I don't like them. So he decided to buy Crocs for Maisie for Christmas just to poke fun at mom. Mom was like, not in my house. And Maisie like actually likes them a lot now.
I love them now.
And even worse, he wore his Crocs here for Thanksgiving and he left them in the closet to taunt me until
He did.
Christmas.
When I walked into that
I opened the closet and there
when
they
I walked
were.
into that bedroom on Thanksgiving, I was like, what are those? Because they're like full camo Crocs.
Yeah, they're horrible. He went to the mall one day, which the mall around here is like horrifying. Like there's nothing in it. So I don't even know. I think maybe he was there for work, like whatever. And he comes back with a bag of Crocs. I felt like I needed a pair. Just camo Crocs. But
they really serve a purpose. Like they're just, you can wear them in wet grass.
Doesn't the creator of Crocs like live near you, Emma?
yeah, he lives in Duxbury.
That's why.
I don't know
thought
him
I
though,
heard
so we
Bobby
have
say
no
that.
personal connection to Crocs.
Not yet.
but-
I'm
And
sure
they
Bobby
go-
will know him at
they
some
have
point.
comfort mode and turbo mode.
No, it's sport mode,
sport mode.
which
I
is
call
when
it
the
turbo mode.
strap is back and they stay on your feet.
Oh,
Sport
yeah.
mode.
But I'd like to also remember, Maisie, I don't remember what airport it was we were at, that we were in the baggage claim area and we heard some yelling and a boy was standing there without any shoes on, one foot. You know why? You know where his Croc was? In the escalator.
No, actually.
And
Mom's
I
never
said
been
the
Get where we
day.
were.
Mom's never been so
I've been
happy.
worried about this day forever, and every guy in the baggage claim area decided they were going to go over and try to pull it out when obviously it was wedged in the top of it so you couldn't get it out. So finally the custodian came over and like opened up the escalator and got it out, but it was a big thing. And then his mother the whole time was yelling at him because he only brought one pair of shoes and it was those Crocs. and he had no other shoes to wear. So she was not happy with him. So I felt a little vindication this week on that. Anybody else have any pop culture happenings?
All my
No.
favorite reality shows are back. I was telling Natalie my lineup. So Wednesday night I have Summer House. Bobby actually watches with me. And then Thursday night we have Southern Charm, Southern Hospitality, and Traitors. And if there's one show to watch right now, it's Traitors. It's on Peacock.
Oh.
It's really good. It's like a game show where it's like a bunch of people. They're all pulled from different
But it's
reality
fiction?
shows. Yeah, because it's like murder, but they're obviously not murdering people. It's 15 to 20 people, I think, they get put in a house, but it's all like reality show stars from different shows, like Survivor, Big Brother, Bravo shows. And there's 3 traitors among them, but they don't know who it is, and it's and it's really
So
good.
it's actually people that were on other reality
Yes.
shows? Oh.
Yes.
So it's not actors.
No, it's
necessarily.
real game show, any prize at the end that they're trying to.
So what, does somebody get fake murdered? I
Yeah,
don't
like
understand.
at night the traitors like murder people.
How do they do it? Put a sticker on them or something?
No, I think they get something. It's like the people get delivered a letter, but it's like they were murdered last night. They don't like stage a murder. Mom's I would stage the murder if I was.
I also saw that Elizabeth Holmes has popped back up into the
Oh God.
She out of jail?
news. No, she's in jail till 2032 right now. She got 2 years cut off of her sentence, but she supposedly says that she's continuing her research in prison.
With what?
How?
I don't know. She said she's developing her product. She still believes in her product.
Hey,
So-
I think it's a great thing if they could figure out how the heck to
It's
do
an
it.
idea.
Because
Yeah, but
getting
not
your
by
blood,
her.
when they have to take 7 vials of your blood, that's really not great.
She's like
Or if you take people's blood and tell them they have cancer when they don't, and things that she
literally
did.
making up test results.
Yeah. Yes. So
Lord.
she's a 2
And then
thumbs
she had
down.
2 babies before prison to try to get out of going to prison, and that didn't work. So
Oh, she had 2?
Yes.
I didn't realize
And now
that. I
she's
thought she had
in
1.
prison with 2 kids that just don't have a mom.
Yeah.
And interestingly enough, she doesn't have her whole black outfit on, which obviously was not prison issue. And then she's lost her deep voice.
Oh, really?
She has a totally
So
different
she's no
voice.
She like
longer-
really
Yes.
creeps me out.
Being the female Steve Jobs.
No, it's very. I just don't understand why all of a sudden she's popped back into the news. But that was one of the news things I noticed
Maybe
this
she
week.
made a discovery from jail.
This is like, why are we making these people famous? Like her,
So true.
Anna Delvey.
I know.
Who's the girl that-
Anna Delvey's canceled though. People have
Canceled.
have no interest in her.
Who's
Canceled.
the girl that killed her mom? Gypsy.
Rose.
Did she have a baby?
She
Yeah.
got a baby and a nose job.
Interesting.
Honestly,
Good for her.
good for
More
her.
power to her. And a new husband.
Like
I
7.
didn't even really
She's
know about her, but yeah, until she got out of jail and then got married and had a baby.
Yeah, but she went on like a huge press tour, like on
And she had a
every
show.
single podcast.
Everyone needs to stop giving these people attention. I think,
platforms.
even though that's what we're doing.
Make
right now.
us famous, not them. I'm such
But
a
how
better
about-
influence.
Agreed.
So I did watch some of The Bachelor to just get up to speed on what's going on, whether it's still a current show or not, and it's sort of boring. They really haven't changed anything in it. It's the same
No,
formula.
it literally couldn't be the same as like 10 years ago.
You mean it?
Could
I mean,
be
it
more the same.
couldn't be different. More the same, whatever.
Your brain was working extra hard there.
But I actually liked him when I was watching it, and I thought the girls that they brought in, the women they brought in, were beautiful, and they seemed, a lot of them were accomplished. They actually had careers, but Maisie tells me the scuttlebutt on the internet is that he is not a good guy.
Really?
So
haven't
I
heard that.
honestly-
that's disappointing.
Okay, let's not quote me on this because I saw one video, like
Oh.
a snippet from The Bachelor of him saying one thing and then lying that he said that, even though there's video evidence. So to me, that's a red
I
flag.
mean, like my thing, I always think about myself on a show like that, and I forget what I say 5 minutes after I say it. So someone's get you say that, and I'd be like, I don't know.
Also,
No.
especially if they're drinking.
Roll the tapes. And it would be me saying all the things someone told me I forgot. I
But
said.
some of these women that are on there and they come for one night and then they barely talk to him and they're crying on the way out
get any
that I feel
attention.
like I had such a special connection with him. I know that we could have made a life together. How do you possibly know that?
They're either certifiably insane or they secretly really just wanted to be like an influencer and that's what they're mourning. They're not mourning him, but that's their
Agreed.
cover. Like,
And one girl brought a llama with her, and the llama appears to be sticking around for multiple episodes.
is it her own llama?
I don't. Apparently, yes.
Interesting.
But now he's walking around. The llama walks around with Jesse Palmer,
Oh, I kind of like that.
the host. He's sort of cute. And then when something dramatic happens, they go to the llama face.
But see, that's the point of how bad the show is. It's not funny.
They have to bring a
anymore.
llama
Like, the
in.
standard for
Yes.
TV has gone higher, and that The Bachelor has not raised their standards.
I think that my favorite dating show, and I don't even really watch reality TV anymore, but is Love is Blind.
And that started
It did.
again.
Oh, today.
Yes.
That is my fave.
Mine's Love Island.
All right. So we'll have to give an update on that next week. Love is Blind.
Oh, Love Island.
Love Island, the British
Yeah.
version. They're like,
so
I
good.
crack on with you. That's what they
What was that?
crack on. That's what they say when they like someone. We crack on really well. Bobby, and then they call it duvet, the duvet, and they'll talk about going like getting about with each other, and Bobby's crack on under the duvet. I'm really bad at accents, if you couldn't tell. But that's the best dating show because they also air it every single day. An hour episode
is
comes out
so
in real
insane.
time. Yeah, but that's why I'm like The Bachelor. You have to wait like a year for an episode
Yeah,
to
we
come
don't have
out.
time
Is
for that.
stupid.
For them to then pretend like they're engaged and then just break up.
most dramatic episode ever, and I'm like
That's so true.
every season.
With with a twist you can't see coming.
The twist. Two adults did not want to get engaged after knowing each other for 6 weeks. It's like, oh God, really? That is shocking.
Who saw that coming?
We found sane people.
So we can now talk about our theme for today's episode, which was travel. Maisie and I have had some travel shenanigans
No, Mom,
recently.
tell us what the real title for today's episode was.
Hotel, Motel, Holiday Inn.
But where's
An
your
ode-
dance?
Hotel, Motel, Holiday Inn. That's an ode to my boy, Pitbull.
My boy Pitbull.
I love him. I really love him. Best entertainer ever.
Dad got us tickets for the four of us, excluded himself, which was very valiant of him, but I think secretly selfish because he didn't want to go to the Pitbull concert. And we went to the Pitbull at Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. And Maisie was like 12 still, and we got light up sunglasses, like the light up
was
like
awesome.
glow sticks. It was very fun.
Didn't they have the sunglasses have like party
Yeah,
printed all
yeah,
over
yeah.
them or
Probably.
something?
We need
Something
to
printed
find that
up.
picture of Mom and I
No,
from
I
that
literally
concert.
find it like once a
and
year. Wait, I'll find.
We'll have to put it on the Instagram
No, literally, it's the funniest picture.
as a cover photo.
I
for
have
this
the picture
episode.
on my
I
phone
know.
of when you got the ticket. I think it was
In
like
the
a cigar box that he put.
It was a cigar
Yes,
box.
and a Pitbull
on.
picture. Yes. So I called this episode Hotel, Motel, Holiday Inn because we tend to have issues.
Too good.
We tend to have issues when we're traveling. Yes, I know it's a
Okay,
shock.
but
I think at
I just
some
wanna
point
say-
we have to look at the common denominator,
Yeah.
which is
Yes.
not anything but you two.
Every time
Okay,
you go
but-
somewhere, it's never just, oh yeah, we went on a trip and everything was great.
No, I am now fully 100% in charge of booking hotels.
Thank you, because
Um,
Mom is the common denominator. Because Mom has never been. I think 90%
She's never been good at booking hotels.
failure
no matter
rate.
What time
We
It
have to
could
go
be
and
for
switch.
pleasure.
Walks
It could
in-
be
I think
for
that's
golf.
exaggerated.
Mom, the amount of times
it's
we've
not.
walked into a hotel room, this is not going to work, and we'd have to walk right back downstairs.
Yeah. That was, I have to say, the hotel situation was probably the least of our problems on this recent trip.
What else happened?
Yes.
Like,
So it started
Calif-
on the flight there. Go ahead,
California
why don't you-
was great overall once we were there. It was our JetBlue experience.
ways.
On the way there was a medical emergency. They're fine. There was also a drunk man on the way there, that was trying to fight people in the airport with a cigarette hanging out of his mouth. And
Maybe he had a hard day.
they
Sometimes
said that
that's
no,
necessary.
he had a ticket to rehab. They apparently do that. They send people from Florida to LA on a one-way ticket to
Don't
rehab.
we have what?
I don't know. That's what
That's
they said.
Who's
and-
they?
and-
Who sends them? Who's paying for this?
I don't
We
know.
have rehab centers in Florida. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, but
The guy
apparently
in
California's
row
better.
28 was telling the whole plane
Yeah,
about
he
how
was
it
telling
works.
us the situation.
But this gentleman was so drunk and obnoxious that whoever was sitting with him got
Had to-
reseated.
yeah.
Oh.
And then when we got
He
off
was
the
in
plane-
solitary confinement.
when we got off the plane and in LA, he was down there. He was berating an airport employee with a cigarette hanging out of his mouth, a lit cigarette in LAX.
Okay.
The doctor that was on the plane that was treating the person that was ill, we came out to get our rental car shuttle, and he's getting into a physical altercation with the doctor and the doctor's friend.
No,
I
the
don't know
doctor
over
was
what.
trying to prevent this man from beating up the other guy. He was trying
And
to.
this guy, the offender, was saying, "I'm going to F you up" to this other guy. And we have no idea what the context was. And then we got on the rental car shuttle, and we could hear him getting louder and louder. And our rental car shuttle driver said, "He's not getting on my bus," and got up and shut the doors and drove away. So that was going there. And then on the way back, Maisie, would you like to talk about our seatmate on the way back?
Well, honestly, I don't think I even want to talk about it anymore because I've never wanted to murder somebody, but I wanted to murder him. And mind you, this was a flight that took off at 11:59 p.m. LAX time and was a red eye, so a shut-eye flight, mind you. We get seated next to this guy who's in the window, and first 2 seconds he starts posing for selfies in the window,
Mood.
putting his arm
I like
across
him
my
already.
face. This was him.
Wait, who
Why
was
do I
it?
love
For-
that?
Wait,
For
wait.
legitimately 20
Which
minutes.
one of you was in the middle?
Me.
Okay.
And I'm like, are you serious?
I would have said, "Do you want me
So-
to take a picture for you?"
And so finally he stops. His phone dies. Thank God, because if his phone was alive for the whole flight, he probably would be dead right now. And so then he proceeds to order 3 drinks. And I'm like, oh boy. Then he plugs his headphones in and starts listening to music in the screen. I'm like, okay, he'll get tired. He'll be drunk. He'll fall asleep. Oh, no, no, no. He starts dancing. Unlike anything I've ever seen
Why do I
before.
love him? I'm like,
He
I
is
wish I
throwing
was
it-
there.
He's throwing it down, vibrating my seat. You would laugh, but it was 2 a.m. He is like... And so I'm losing it at this point. And then he asked me to get him more drinks because he reached his free drink limit. And I say,
I'm obsessed.
I say no. I
No,
say,
no, that's not what you say.
I
You
looked at
said-
Mom.
She looked at me, and I took my headphones off, and he asked me, and I said, "No, there's a reason they limit you to 3 drinks."
Boo!
So no.
And so then he goes, "Oh, I'm
starting-
sorry to ask you something, to do something so difficult."
Honestly,
And I go,
so far I'm on his
"Excuse me?"
side. You guys sound like a bunch of Karens.
No. So then I'm like, I go, it's literally 3 a.m. I'm trying to
Yeah,
relax.
exactly. He should have been in a club, but he was stuck on a plane.
And
so
he
was
goes-
trying to make up for
He
it.
goes, "Oh, I hope you have a great night." I'm like, I might kill you. And so then he starts talking trash about Mom and I, thinking I can't hear him
who?
because I have my
Who?
headphones on. To
Himself.
nowhere. Just space. He's calling us fake bitches.
You can say bitches.
No, I can't. This is a family
So then Maisie
podcast.
goes like this,
And I go,
she's
no,
like,
no. Before I get Mom, I look at him. I said, "You are being so rude right now." And he's like, "What? What?" I said, "You can hear me." What? I was like, I look at Mom. I'm like, "Mom, I'm done. I am done."
I'm still
And he
kind
goes,
of on
"I'm
his
just,
side.
He's like, "I'm just on my phone." And I go, "No, you're not. Your phone's dead." And he's like, "What?" And I go,
How old
"Mom,
was
we're
he?
ringing the flight attendant."
No, before we rang the flight
Oh, then
attendant,
Mom told
I
him to
took
shut
my
up.
headphones off and I said, I want you to shut up and I want you to sit there and stop acting like a jerk. Just stop it. I've had enough of you.
Okay,
And
so
it's
far
like-
he's done nothing like that wrong.
Oh my God.
Emma, you don't
Emma,
understand
can't
how
imagine.
there were many complaints about him.
Before
Many.
then we pushed the flight attendant button. The flight attendant came down and sort of reamed him out and said,
No,
and
he was very nice to the guy and told him, please just calm down and try and sleep. And then the guy became the victim and was like, they're uncomfortable, then I'm uncomfortable, and I don't feel comfortable in this seat anymore. And I'm going to file a complaint against these women. And we're like,
Imagine,
okay.
Bring it on,
Imagine Mom
Buster.
and Maisie get banned from JetBlue.
Well, he has a write-up in the JetBlue system with his name, so, and we don't.
And the flight attendant said, if I hear one more thing from you, sir, I'm going to have to get the captain involved. And I almost wanted to kick him to make sure the captain came out and took him away because he was,
We would have had to
Absolutely
emergency
obnoxious.
land.
yeah, he was.
And then when the flight attendant left, he had his little cup of ice, and he was like Moroccoing it. Like,
If you saw him at a bar, he sounds like he'd be who you would want to hang out with.
no.
No, I literally hate him.
How old was he?
No.
Was he like 60? Was he 20?
No, 20s.
Oh.
20s.
So he's just living his life.
I'm
Trying
also
to have
just
fun.
I want to file a complaint now. I'm like, a complaint about what? You're the problem.
I'm also just laughing that he kept saying what, which is literally what Maisie does to all of us.
No, literally. Exactly.
No, he took his headphone out, his earbud, and continued to say what, because he was being sassy, because he had
Like,
like this
I'm obsessed.
sassy voice. Emma, you would have killed him too at 3 a.m.
Or maybe that's like when
Yes.
you just give in and say, maybe I should have 3 drinks too.
I think I would have had to have a drink at that point.
No.
Also, maybe.
Yeah.
Because I was.
or
at
let him
point,
have
I
the 3
was
more
up
drinks
for-
and maybe he would have fallen asleep. Like
probably
a
would've-
pee.
He did. He went to sleep because he was so pissed at whatever happened.
Because he was uncomfortable in our whole section because multiple complaints have been filed against him in our
I
section.
felt
so.
judged. He just wanted to feel accepted.
Well, he should.
I was
be.
judging him.
Yeah, he should have
jackass.
been judged.
The ruling is
He
jackass.
took advantage of us.
My favorite
How do
part
you
of
take
this whole
advantage?
situation is that
He would not have acted that way next to some beefy man.
No, he
He
wouldn't.
would have not.
Okay, well.
I don't agree. I think he would have done the same thing no matter who was sitting
Yeah, it
next to him.
sounds
No.
also,
no.
I feel like a beefy man would have been like, okay, I'll get you 2 drinks and
Yeah,
don't care. They're
100%. He would have
stupid.
been like, okay, whatever. I'm just think it's funny that Emma's taking his side.
Just playing devil's advocate because I feel like you guys didn't tell the story well because it sounds like he was just having a good time to himself and really wasn't doing anything.
No, he was not.
It's
He
a
was
shut
being a
eye.
jerk.
It's a shut eye flight.
There's no rule that says you have to sleep.
No, but you can
No, but
shut
it's a
up
quiet zone.
Is it?
when you're
Yeah, that's
yelling
what the
out. When you're
attendant-
literally
flight
yelling
attendant
out
said.
loud. That's not okay on a flight.
That's just his opinion that you guys were being fake bitches. So he's let have his opinion.
Valid. Anyways,
Well, he was being faker.
Faker.
Anyways, that was our travel for the week. So we were exhausted.
No, there's always
2 days
18
getting
stories
home.
where it's like I went to the DR and I'm like, oh, it was great. Thumbs up.
yeah, literally.
Well, the trip itself was great. I got my makeup done by a makeup artist, so
Oh.
that was cool.
Nice.
Did you like it?
You look great.
I did love it. It was a great day. I had a lot of fun.
Freezing, but
Oh my god.
Apparently, I'm good in front of the camera.
If one
I
more
was
of you
told.
calls me and tells me you're cold, like I'm because I would like to you all to know that the wind chill here today I think is like 12. Feels
Yeah,
like
not
it's 14
outside.
degrees. I have to go outside to take Otis out.
Yeah.
it was actually
I'm done
hot today here.
complaining,
Yeah,
Actually,
it's-
because now it's warm again.
It was giving summer today, and I wasn't loving that.
Profanity is not allowed on the
Yeah.
podcast, Emma.
I slipped.
What would she say?
I gave the middle finger.
Oh.
Yeah. I did get asked today if I've ever shot under par
By who you're
with the man I played with. No, I played with a guy, and on the 17th hole, he goes, "Have you ever shot under par?"
I think you should take it offensively. I think you should.
I laughed, and I said, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Have you ever shot
Classic.
under par?"
Maisie can't just answer the question. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean?
Have
So
you
then-
ever shot under par?
So then I felt like I was like, so I was like, yeah, I've shot 8 under and I hold the course record.
I
Actually,
hope you didn't say it like that.
Did you
because
play
that-
really badly or something? Why did he ask you that?
no, I shot like maybe 2 over. I don't know. And that's why I was more confused. I'm like, oh, I didn't think I was playing that bad, but
What did he shoot?
90? I don't know.
Oh,
Interesting.
Very nice
I don't
man,
know.
though.
Was he cute?
He was definitely like
He was
65,
70,
yeah.
so
Did he have a lot of money? That was a joke, everyone.
could be like-
a joke.
he could be like your Bill Belichick.
Ew, I can't with that.
Mom, that was a weird comment.
Too far. That was like a dad comment. It was funny, and then you took it too far.
Well, his girlfriend is 24, right?
Yeah, but she's a
Yeah.
weirdo.
Really?
Yeah, there's something wrong there.
You think? Duh.
Her bio says she's the daughter of a fisherman, and I want to
A
say
Maine fisherman.
question mark. Who cares who you're the daughter of? I don't care what your dad does.
Daughter of
Louis.
a real estate broker.
Yeah, like what?
Yeah, should I add that to my bio?
No.
But she also looks different in every picture.
yeah, sometimes she's really crunchy granola, and sometimes she's
Okay, that was like in 2023 before she got all the work done.
Allegedly. We don't know. Perhaps.
I mean, there's a before and
Okay,
after.
but I look really different with makeup on.
100%.
It's like, who's that girl? Where'd she come from?
Who's that girl?
You actually
me
really
now?
don't look that different.
I don't think you look that different.
No.
That's so nice. Thank you.
So, what does everybody else have coming up in the next week?
I get to see
Exciting
Natalie
plans.
soon.
Yes.
I have a long weekend. I have Monday off. Corporate world
Nice.
perks. There are a lot of perks.
I'm going to next Wednesday a luncheon in Palm Beach called the Old Bags Luncheon, which sounds like it's for elderly women,
Yeah,
but
'cause-
it's about
I don't think it sounds like
Yeah,
it's for
that's what you
elderly
call an
women.
old
Well, I
woman.
think
An
it's a
old.
play
She's an
on
old
that.
bag.
yeah.
You never
They're
heard
like
that?
auctioning off Birkin.
I know, but that's what an
so-
old bag is colloquially. Is it-
Correct.
is
But I
it-
think
I
it was
know
a play
that.
on that. Originally, it was a play on that. So a lot of people donate old bags
anybody
and
who's
they're auctioned
anybody
off.
gets to go.
It's a very exclusive event, sold out weeks in advance.
What are you gonna wear?
And I think I'm going to wear my Zimmerman dress. I might wear that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I have
what
to
that
try. I have
is.
3 different
Your
options.
cost per wear right now is really high, so I think you should wear it.
I know. But it is like the place to be seen and see people.
The people
For the
watching
entire
is
year in
good.
Palm
You didn't
Beach.
go last year, right?
I did not go, but
Are you gonna
it's-
bid on a bag?
Bag.
Oh no. Sorry, my animals are getting antsy.
circling. Probably not. Shocking that I don't like to shop under those circumstances.
Right.
Mom
Too much
is
pressure?
mom cannot make a decision on things quickly, which is not a bad quality. Even when she buys a pair of jeans, it's like, could I wear this with every single top I own? And I'm like, well, you don't. Need
And
to
also
have
do
to be
squats and
able to-
lunges in them.
No, literally.
You have to
It's-
know what the parameters of the
It's
pants
not a
are.
dressing room experience with mom unless she does squats in whatever she's trying on.
Yes. No, literally.
You never know what you have to do.
And we joke that she's on some list for most shopping websites because she returns so much. They probably think she's running a scam because it's absurd.
Revolve
but-
will ban you apparently if you return too much stuff.
Yeah.
I know you don't
That's
shop
more
there,
for, I
but
think, like influencers. I actually have a box of Revolve stuff right now.
Ooh, what'd
I
you
need to
get?
make some decisions on. So
Oh God.
Be
That
aware.
means I'm
Stay
getting
ready.
a phone call soon.
stay ready.
Stay alert.
I think I'm also on a database for hotels when I check in, facial recognition, because I always change rooms.
Most difficult
Probably.
person.
Yeah, but now that I'm in charge of it, I think we'll be okay.
Yeah, we almost changed rooms 3 times at this last hotel.
oh, I feel like that means you shouldn't stay at the hotel.
That she was locked out of changing it anymore, and I think she was lying.
I would have lied to you too.
I wouldn't even show my face to the woman I hid by the elevator because I was like, this is embarrassing.
Me again. Hello.
I can't.
I have,
All right.
since we're talking about what we have coming up, I guess I have couples day on Sunday at Pelican, which is like our Valentine's Day tournament. And then we're open on Monday for the holiday. And then Tuesday we're closed. So I'm getting my hair cut so I don't look like a mole woman anymore. And then I have the ladies retreat next weekend.
Inches off.
I'm going
layers,
to. I know.
Face framing layers.
The layers were good last time. It just got the ends got yucky really fast.
My layers. I'm gonna grow my hair out for the wedding so that they're not like hanging down by my side.
Because you're going to have it put up
Yeah.
for the wedding?
Slicked back bun.
Classic Emma.
I'm gonna do like a sleek bun.
Oh, I like it.
We can't talk about my dress too much.
It's
That's what I.
pretty nice.
It is. It actually is the nicest thing I own currently.
I technically own it. I purchased half of it so far.
Dad did, so Dad owns it.
Ooh.
I guess you and Dad.
So how
are
do you
one.
feel? So now backing up to the airline situation, are you willing to back me up on my position
If you want,
Mr.
if you really want the dress and to make that second payment,
with Mr. Boozy?
I normally wouldn't be bothered by this guy. If it was on our flight there, who cares? But when it's the middle of the night, I draw the line. If that gives you any perspective.
One time I flew to London for work, and I was in. It was like those planes that were like 3, 4, 3. So I was in the middle 4 on the aisle, and the guy next to me was a little large and in charge and drunk. And he like squished. I think this is my seat, and we were like,
Oh, is there
this guy that was on the other
anything
side was
worse?
like, butt cracks are out. Don't you feel a breeze? Like, literally, how do you not feel a breeze through your crack? I don't really understand. And he kept bending over, and this whole crack was out, and I was like, oh my god. And then he got up and was like, I think this isn't my seat, and I was like, thank God. Nope, stumbles right back right before it takes off. This is actually my seat.
No.
And I was like, and I took like 18,000 ZQL and was like, the whole flight. So sometimes that's what you gotta do. But he was really drunk before that. I think he just once he actually was on the plane, just passed out.
I believe that men, when they're traveling by themselves, behave in general not as well as they would behave if they were traveling with their girlfriend or their wife. Because they do things in airports that are shocking to me.
Well, I taught.
Nail clipping.
Okay, that's not.
Who has clipped their nails?
I've seen people clipping their nails in the gate area.
There's
That's not
no
a
way
man
you're
thing.
making that
That's
up.
Yes,
just
I have.
disgusting.
You're just making that up for effect.
I'm not.
Have you guys-
I'm not. I've seen
I
it.
taught Natalie this term. Have you guys heard this term, weaponized incompetence?
We were talking about. Okay,
No.
we were actually having a serious conversation about this the other night, though, because of our mental well-being in general. But yes,
We were talking about like mental load, right? Is like women take on more of a mental load, usually because like responsible for the house, but I also work. So I always tell Bobby my mental load, like we need to share the mental load of the house as well. And my friends and I always talk about weaponized incompetence, which is you tell a man to do something and they're like, I don't know how to do that. And it's like weaponizing their incompetence. It's that's not my fault that you're an incompetent idiot. Figure it out. Do you know what I mean? We sent the boys when we were on vacation, our last night, we were like, oh, we're going to make dinner at home. We didn't feel like going out to eat. We were like, all we have is dried pasta. Can you guys get some stuff for dinner? They were going to the grocery store. Yep, we'll get stuff for dinner. They came back with 16 sausage links. Period. Period. End of story. And we said, you told us you were going to think about getting like fish and chicken because we said maybe some of us don't like fish. And you came back with 16 different cuts of kielbasa. And we were like, they're like, but you guys have pasta. We have nothing to put on the pasta. We have nothing to go with the sausage. And they were like, we don't know how to like grocery shop and make dinner. And we were like, weaponized incompetence.
Yeah,
like you're
literally.
weaponizing your incompetence against me.
I have not heard that term, but I do
like
like
it.
it.
Right? It's a really good one.
I do like it.
But Bobby's gotten better because I'll be like, what should we have for dinner tonight? And he actually tells me instead of saying, I don't care. And I say, if I should just have
That's
lunch
why-
at dinner one more night, I'm going to freak out.
yeah, that's why we were talking about it. That's what I say. That's why we were talking about it because I was like, I'm so freaking tired of coming up with what to have for dinner. Like, I can't do it anymore. And I've never understood Mom more than wanting to just like literally murder someone because no one will decide what they want for dinner. I'm like,
No, literally when I was...
just decide.
No, literally when I was younger, Dad and I would be like, why is she being like that? Like,
literally.
because we would be like, she'd be like, what do you guys want for dinner? We're like, we don't care. And she'd be like,
I don't know. I don't care.
Steaming.
I don't
And
care.
Dad and I
Gets
were
you
like-
nothing is what she
no,
would say.
literally. And Dad and I were like, whoa. And now I'm like, I've never understood anything more, because when I've had a long day and I come home, I'm like, what would you like for dinner? Make one decision in your life, please. And it's, I don't care.
What's even worse, though, is if I've made a decision on what to have and I've got the recipe out, I've bought all the ingredients, and I've chopped 85 different things, I have all the spices out and everything else, and then somebody comes in, they're like, oh, that's what we're
Okay,
having?
can I just, sorry to point fingers, the only person that does that is Maisie.
Literally.
We all know that I always say, and Nat, when she's home, we're like, sure, that sounds great.
Or Dad, classic. Mom makes salad for dinner. Oh, I had salad for lunch.
I had salad for lunch. Or we'll be getting takeout, and,
so
and
true.
Dad will be like, he's going to listen to this and be like, you guys are even crapping on me on the podcast now. But like, how he'll be like, oh, I don't want that, but you guys get it, and I'm just going to figure out something at home. And I'm like, okay, we don't need to like victimize ourselves. Like, we can all decide on dinner together.
Or what should we get for takeout? Oh, we'll get anything.
Except for
anything.
that. I
I'm
don't
like,
want
well,
that.
How about a pizza?
And that Dad's
No,
like, I
a
don't want
pizza.
that. I don't want that. I don't want
That's
that.
also you.
I'll just figure it
You
out in
and
the
Dad
cabinet.
are the same.
Literally.
No, I've decided I'm better now. Before I used to not
You
give my
just
opinion because I
decided
was
you're better?
worried that. Made
When
an
have
effort
you
to
been
be-
worried about giving your opinion? You're like, I don't want that. I don't like it. Get me something new, please.
That's not true. I'm worried about what other people want and choosing the thing that they want, like not choosing the thing that they want.
I feel like that's not true.
Come off like that, but that's what I think about internally.
Ordering at restaurants, I like to tweak the menu a
Oh
little
my
bit.
God, a little.
Like to try to improve
I would like the Caesar
the
salad
menu.
with ranch dressing, no croutons. I'm like, that's not a Caesar salad.
But with salmon cooked medium well with no topping on it.
Literally. And then there's Dad who panic orders.
That's what he
Justin and I go
orders.
to the one same restaurant at least once a week near our house. I know everything on the menu by heart. And the waiter comes over to order, and I'll say, Justin, you go first, as if the 10 seconds in which he orders is going to make a difference in what I order. And then I'm like, I still don't know what I want.
So I think we need to end this week's podcast with Emma's take on each of us from this week.
Well, I feel like oh
Weeks.
God, I feel like this is gonna start
week.
fights.
Why?
Can't roast my mother, but Maisie, I'm gonna give you the title of hypocrite. Because if I could,
Why?
because if I told me that you were really upset with something, and I told you that you can't be upset, and I'm not gonna say sorry because I didn't mean to make you upset, you would be really mad at me. So that's why I'm mad at you.
So that was the fight of the week that you didn't even remember.
That's why
Now
I'm mad
you're
at you.
salty again.
Correct, because I actually was really sad about it for 48 hours. I'm not lying. And Natalie, I think that maybe that you are the definition of organized chaos.
I really am.
You are. But I
That's
kind of
not
am
even
too.
a roast.
That's not a roast. It's a
Doesn't
lame
have anything
roast.
mean to say about me because I'm perfect.
So easy go. Literally. Mom, I don't know. Maybe like most difficult customer.
Yeah, true.
You know?
I'm not a difficult customer.
Mom, you've never once called me and had like a repairman or a trip
No,
to a store
ever.
without a story of the saleswoman was annoying, the repairman was really weird, and he underestimated me, and he thinks I'm just a blonde housewife, and all of this stuff. There's always some story. And I think that you're just very in tune and aware of people, whereas I'm just okay, like cool, like I got through that, bye, like on to the next. Whereas you like to critically think about something, whereas I'm like, I
know,
honestly
it's
wouldn't
true.
have even realized that if I were alone.
Valid.
You have to watch everybody here that's working on your house in Florida, though.
See, she
Wild,
see,
wild west here.
Okay, maybe my second
See,
roast
this
of
is
mom
where
would
it
be
gets dramatized.
mom can't let anything go. Like she can't just take the roast. Now she's gonna fight the roast.
Can I have a-
Doesn't understand how roasts work.
I have, yeah. She's like, may I have the floor to combat the roasting?
Can I respond?
Oh God, sure.
Honestly, we don't need to talk about your dumbass fight anymore. No one cares.
No, I just want to take this
Don't-
moment to apologize because now after you roasted me, I now realize that you're right because I would probably cry if you said that to me.
Wow.
Thank you. That's all I wanted because I
So
feel like,
like now that I'm thinking back, even though it wasn't my intention, it still hurt your
of
feelings.
course.
And I'm sorry.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That means a lot because I was actually upset.
So when are we going on
Thank
your
you.
bachelorette
See,
trip?
now I'm gonna cry.
Yourself. It's not about you. I'm kidding. August 8th.
No, you're not.
Utah.
I didn't.
We're going to Park City. You've changed the location 10 times.
I only.
Last time I spoke to you was like Montana.
So I'm not invited, right?
Ooh.
Do you want to go?
I don't know.
I got the
don't think
sense
I'm
that
invited.
you want me to say you're invited for you to decline the invitation.
If you go, then Aunt Sarah has to come.
You're more than
You can
welcome to
come.
come. But there's no changing rooms.
Doesn't really sound like a sincere invitation.
There's going to be sharing of rooms going on in a communal house. So I fear that you might not be.
There's no saying, concierge, I do not like my room. And the concierge is Natalie and Maisie.
AKA
Yeah,
Natalie.
Nat, you have to include me on planning. I want to be involved.
Okay. We're just going to pick the house, which Emma basically already picked. So there hasn't really been much.
So I'm already been left
There's
out.
literally no being left out.
Maybe if you
Yeah.
acted a little more excited, I would have included you. I'll tend to the house maze. But
We
that's
literally-
literally all I've done is send Natalie houses because she was at a crazy concert that she didn't feel like being at. So I was texting her. But Mom, you're more
That
than
was a big
welcome to
sign.
come. And I've been meaning to tell you that I wasn't leaving you out. But I feel
Mom's
like
like,
you just want to be invited
I
to
get my own
decline.
room.
I don't know. A sincere invitation.
Oh my
No,
god.
this is what's gonna happen. We're all gonna be sharing a king bed in the Airbnb, and Mom's gonna be in the Ritz in Park City. Let's all be honest.
Now that I can sign on to.
Exactly.
They do have nice hotels there, but it's
What's
expensive.
your theme of the trip gonna be? I guess should we decide that?
I don't know, but I would like, trigger warning, wiener paraphernalia.
That's
Who says
weird.
that?
Why? That's what they do on Bachelorette.
Also,
Why-
every event that I run at Pelican for the ladies, I find cute decorations and stuff. The only way to find cute decorations by theme is to search for whatever my theme is and Bachelorette. And inevitably, one time I accidentally ordered confetti that had wieners in it.
So until next week when Emma has a light on her so that we can see her beautiful face and she won't be sitting in the shadows.
I'm mysterious. Who is she?
Happy Valentine's Day. And we'll talk to you next week.
That's all for today, ladies and gents.
Kiss, kiss, wink, wink. Bye, bye.